So a pirate walks into a bar, right, with a steering wheel in his pants. Bartender goes, "Hey, why is there a steering wheel in your pants?" Pirate goes, "Arr, it drives me nuts."
Hi guys, Kiriyama Sparta here with Sarah,
who tells awesome jokes. That's my best one. I love that joke.
That's depressing on a whole new level.
I love it.
Anyway, comic book review time.
Yay!
Yay! So of course, before we get the 0 month comics done with, for Watchmen.
It's too high.
You're too high.
No. I don't know why that's so funny.
Because it was better than your joke in every way.
No!
There's the cover. Got comedian on it. Sarah wasn't too happy about that.
No, I don't understand.
It's called Ozymandias. It should have Ozymandias on the cover.
Well, exactly. I mean, I know he's in it, but still. I don't understand.
We just spoiled the comic. Comedian shows up. I
Sorry,
think we did on the last review.
Sorry, guys.
You know, actually, Ozymandias #2 was our first single issue review. So this is almost like an anniversary, but not really.
Happy anniversary. Cheers.
Clang.
Yay.
Anywho, we'll get right to the comic. What did you think? That was pretty much the same.
I don't know. I like it because, I mean, it's awesome writing. I just don't like Ozymandias as a person.
Yeah, he's kind of an arrogant prick. I mean, I guess that's always kind of been his character, but...
This is really... I mean, I know it's his comic, so I guess all we have to focus on is him, but in the originals, we had everybody else to kind of balance
to dilute his douchebaggery.
Now, it's just full-on douchebag, arrogant prick, so...
It can get a little waning.
Kind of like, oh my god.
Yeah.
It's good.
It's the equivalent of listening to a guy talk about himself for like an hour. He's like, "Oh, I'm just too good looking. Oh, I make too much money. Oh, I'm too fast. I'm too..." Anywho.
It's like that.
It's like that.
It's good for what it is.
It's good for what it is, but...
It's kind of a...
Bear in mind, it's got that kind of vibe to it. So let's get right into it. So of course we open up where #2 left off, and if you haven't seen our review of that...
Why not?
Why not? I made it easy. There's a playlist. Bleh. Comedian showed up while he was investigating what happened to Hood of Justice.
Yep.
So we start off right with their comedian there with a gun, Ozymandias.
It's like...
Bro-off. It's a bro-off.
More or less.
So yeah, basically they just start beating the shit out of each other, or at least attempting to. I didn't mind the fact that they kind of showed they're kind of equal.
Yeah.
On terms of fighting. Remember, this is a lot before Watchmen, because of course if you've seen Watchmen, you know Ozymandias does kill the comedian.
But
spoilers if you don't watch this if you you know.
That's just silly.
Anywho, so of course this was a couple of years back, so it's kind of nice to think that they were kind of on par at the time.
It's a little strange considering how Ozymandias spent all these years out in like Tibet and all these places learning all the fancy martial arts, and just some military stuff shows up and he's like, "I'm awesome, just as awesome as you." That seemed a little strange, but...
He smokes cigars, that gives him a huge advantage.
True. Cigars are like...
Although they can be at a disadvantage. At one point, he's actually got Ozymandias down, and Ozymandias bites the tip off of his cigar, like while he's leaning over him, and spits it in his eye. I thought that was kind of cool. Other than that, it's a decent fight. I mean, it ends with them kind of just backing away from each other. It's okay.
Yeah, there's one line in here I absolutely hate, and this is what made me hate him. Where is it? I sincerely doubt that it ever once occurred to him, being comedian, that I ever allowed him to defeat me just so I could gather as much data as possible. Like, I let him beat me. That really bugged me.
That kind of reminded me of Dragon Ball Z, and I don't know why.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'll just let you beat me to gather data. I'll get stronger next time. I don't know.
That line bugged me.
Yeah.
That's just one of few that bugged me about him, but that's just who he is.
Yeah.
Can't hate on the writing for that. That's just who he is.
You can't. Yeah. Well, that's just shows there's really good writing here, because they're writing Ozymandias how he would be, a arrogant prick. Really arrogant prick.
Yep.
So then we move to him at his office, and they're just declaring the birth of Dr. Manhattan.
Yes.
The first real superhero. A god, if you would.
He's on America's side.
And he's American.
America.
By bullets.
It's been a very long day.
Clearly for you. So he's all like, you know, the thought of a real god amongst men, he's like, I gotta investigate this. data and all that.
Yeah.
Again, with the data.
And as soon as this happens, he drops the investigation on who did justice.
Yeah, immediately.
Which,
he's got ADD that way.
I guess, but I kind of wanted to know what happened, so I hope they continue that part.
Yeah, I hope they go back to Who Did Justice, because it's still... Yeah, they still haven't done that. So, with this newfound erection he has for Dr. Manhattan, he's like, you know what I'm going to erect? A place in Antarctica. That's where he starts. So it starts off with him building his base, where the inevitable showdown happens at the end of Watchmen.
Yeah, which was cool.
It was.
Seeing the beginning of this happening. So
yeah, it was kind of neat.
It was neat.
So then we cut to him doing his whole superhero thing, and he actually gets invited. Well, he had an invitation before, but the police give it to him. Basically, kind of like a superhero get-together.
Yeah.
You know, it's got not all the Minutemen, but it's got some of the Minutemen there. I remember it's got
Captain Metropolis,
and Night Owl. I remember seeing those ones.
Ozymandias was saying no up until the cop said Dr. Manhattan will be there, and he's like, oh, well, then I guess I should go.
Yeah. Follows that. Gets there, of course, comedians there. They actually had to do a little stunt together, which was kind of funny. You know, because Ozymandias is like perfect. He's balancing on three water balloons
with his fucking finger.
With his on his finger, and the comedian shoots them all out while he's still
balancing.
Yeah. Although you know, it would have been a nice like one shot like comedian actually just shoots Ozymandias. Watchmen never happens. That's it.
Oh, I'm sure Ozymandias would have planned for that though. Like, see it coming.
Oh yeah, because it's Ozymandias. If you couldn't tell, we're starting to really not like Ozymandias.
It's just because he's
comic's still good.
He's not a good guy.
He's not a very It's like.
Whatever.
Yeah. Oh, and Mothman. He did give Mothman a bit of.
That was sweet.
Because if you haven't read before with Minutemen, they kind of explain with Mothman. Obviously, he's a man in a moth costume. He can fly. That every time he flies, it's getting harder for him to do it. So he's basically become like a huge alcoholic and drug addict.
He's terrified of flying.
He's terrified of flying, which I kind of like that character. That's kind of neat. You never think about that.
And Ozzy just kind of passes him in the hall and says, "You can do it."
He's like, I
can do it.
So he has a nice little talk with Captain Metropolis. I like how they actually kind of go into like, so how the fuck do I say your name? Is it Ozymandias or Ozymandias?
Ozymandias or something?
Or Ozymandias or Ozymandias.
And when Captain Metropolis goes up to him initially and says, I want to ask you a question, he's like, oh, okay, ask me anything you want, I'll try to answer. And he comes at him with, how do you say your name? And this is the other part that made me hate him even more.
Okay.
Ozymandias kind of sighs and is like, it doesn't matter, but I prefer this way. He's like, Neanderthal. He had this chance to ask one question of the smartest man in the world, and he chose how to ask his name, which is in here. That's what he says. And he's just like, you fucking asshole.
He is kind of an asshole. So he does catch a glimpse of Dr. Manhattan. He doesn't get to talk to him.
He introduces himself to him.
He does?
Yes, he says that in here somewhere.
Okay. They actually don't show him doing it, but I guess he did
introduce. And then he goes and hides.
It was kind of nice seeing the first Night Owl there too. Night Owl's talking to Dr. Manhattan, and
they have a little bit of overlap.
They do
in this one, to the other ones, which I thought was cool.
It was pretty good.
There was the talk of Night Owl and somebody else. I don't remember who, talking about how he would be fixing cars.
Mm-hmm. Right.
They had that overlap in this one too. So
that's pretty cool.
That was cool. Yeah. The collaboration there was neat.
It's almost as if these all tie into one comic.
What?
As if they're in the same universe.
What?
I know, crazy.
Madness.
I'm
crazy.
Fucking out of my mind.
You are.
Yeah. So then, of course, we fast forward to his Antarctic base built.
Yep.
It's done. It's good to go. And he gets his, from the comics, if you remember, he's got his huge wall of TV screens, which I guess he's now using to completely stalk Dr. Manhattan. That's how it ends. He's like, show me Dr. Manhattan.
Yeah, and there's a part in here, I don't really know if they casually dropped it in or if they're actually sleeping together, but he might be sleeping with his assistant, Marla, now.
Right.
But all it says in here is Marla actually meets in the bedroom. That's all it says. I don't know if she's sleeping with him or whatever.
It's comics, I'd assume she is.
Probably. And, conveniently, the three architects or engineers who built his place conveniently got into an airplane crash, too.
Because if you remember, Ozymandias is not too fond of his help.
Yeah, so
he likes to kill them.
They're conveniently killed off.
They are, very conveniently.
So, yeah.
So, yeah, that's Ozymandias number 3, obviously not as enthused as I used to be. It's all right.
He's just an ass.
Yeah. Yeah, him being like, and once again, like I can't, like I'm not faulting the comic. The comic is good.
No.
Like that's how good the writing is.
The writing and the art is.
It makes me hate Ozymandias. Like,
Yeah.
he's a fucking asshole.
Yeah, he's very full, and that's like we said, that's just how he is.
That is how he is. Yeah. So.
In his own comic, you really feel.
So once again, you know, I throw it to the whole. It's not that I don't like the comics; that I don't like the character.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
But also,
I was getting interested in like finding out how he got started, but now he's just full blown prickish, and I
think the bigger he gets, the bigger his head is getting. So.
Yeah.
But hey, that's how he is.
But that's just how he is. So you know, if you're a big Ozymandias fan,
you'll love it.
It's for you. You'll love it. Yeah, you'll love it. It's okay. They don't have the preview in the back there, but the next week's is Rorschach #2, so I'm excited for that.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't notice.
You didn't notice?
No.
I'm very unreadable, I've been told. Acting.
I can't.
She can't.
I can go.
If you've seen the outtakes, she can't act for shit.
I'm a good actress. I was in a play.
You just said you can't act, and now you're like, I am a good actress.
I'm just a good actress. I'm also contradictory.
Yes, you are. Well, you're a woman. That's contradiction. Women. That was mean. I'm sorry. I'll get her a tub of ice cream and some flowers. She'll be fine.
Mint chocolate chip?
Fine.
Baby.
Anywho, if you watch her all that, thank you. I know we do tend to ramble on these.
Oh, what? No. Never.
Never, ever, ever. So this one actually came up kind of short. Yeah.
That's because we don't like it.
Yeah. Yeah. Shit. I don't really like this one. Well, I don't like Ozymandias.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's weird. Anywho, we do have 2 more 0 months I'm gonna be posting here at the same time. I saw the request. We are going to do Nightwing #0.
Yep.
And what's
Which
the other
I
one?
wanted to do in the first place.
Oh yeah. But
just hadn't gone around.
But Batwoman was good. I liked hearing about that.
That was a good
It was
one.
good. And apparently we should check out Red Hood and the Outlaws #0.
Maybe.
Because I think it's all about Jason Todd. Like, doesn't have anybody else really.
Maybe.
Who knows? There's a lot of things you can do. And what's the other comic we're gonna be doing?
Dark Knight. Batman the Dark Knight.
Batman the Dark Knight #0. He's got 3 by himself. It's fucking.
Yep, that's Batman.
Yeah, it's Batman. It's Batman.
Goddamn Batman.
Goddamn Batman. Anyway.
Tangents.
Tangents.
Oy.
Yeah, we kind of get on them. Anywho, thank you for watching, guys. If you liked the video, please hit that like or subscribe button. Comment, favorite. There's so many options you can do. Do them all. Yes. Makes her smile. Anywho, we'll see you guys at the next comic book review. Bye-bye. Cut that shit out. I'm gonna go fucking kill myself.